Hey guys, as some of you would already be aware, recently YouTube disabled the comments on all our videos. Apparently it was to protect children from pedophiles. So one of the people on Patreon, a genius who supports us on Patreon, sent a message and he'd found a way to re-enable the comments on all the videos. So we checked with what YouTube were telling us, and what they were saying was if you do re-enable videos, comments on videos, that you have to make sure you monitor the comments, right? So, okay, so there seems to be that they accept that we can turn them back on. So we did that, and it was brilliant. It turned on the comments on all the videos again. So excellent, that's finished. Okay, that's great. And as always, for the last 10 years, every day we read every comment that's on every one of our videos, and anything that's really naughty we delete, or obscene or abusive or anything else. But in 10 years we've not had one pedophile comment, okay, which is what this whole YouTube thing is about. Those of you who aren't aware of it, apparently some pedophiles were posting links on videos or time marks on videos that featured young kids to parts of the video that the pedophiles found interesting or something like that. We've never had any of that. In 10 years and 3,900 videos, we've not had one of those incidents or comments on our videos, right? So we re-enabled them. Okay, well that's the end of that, and because we keep monitoring our comments, so we're not going to have any problems with that, so it's all good. And then today again, they've turned off the comments again. Now we're not quite sure what's happening, because the video we posted this morning is still getting comments, but it's been turned off on all the others. And we tried to do the turn it back on thing again, and there's a comment, there's a thing across the top, big blue banner that said comments on your channel are disabled due to risk of inappropriate comments and cannot be re-enabled at this time, right? Inappropriate comments. You know, most of us live in countries where laws are made. There's a system, a very good system, that makes sure that only good laws are made, usually, and that, you know, once the laws are made, there's a system that produces the laws, and then once the laws are made, people follow the laws, don't they? This inappropriate word, you know, who decides whose comment is appropriate and whose comments are inappropriate, and what's this fear of inappropriate comments, and in what way would a comment by some loser on YouTube possibly damage some kid? I mean, as we've mentioned before, our family is full of young children, and we do everything in our power to protect our young children, but we fail to see how some loser's comment on YouTube is going to have any detrimental effect to any children at all, right? So let's ignore that for a moment. What a waste of time this witch hunt is. And again, we clicked on that thing that said your comments have been disabled. It says more information, and we clicked on the more information, and it said that millions of videos on YouTube that feature children have had their comments disabled. Well, again, about 3,900 videos, you know, how many of them have got children in them? The one we made today was about hitting kids, but that just featured this ugly head. There was no kids in it, you know, and you know, how many of our videos, so videos featuring kids have been disabled. Well, we've got 3,900 videos. There might be a handful that have got kids in them at festivals or something else, and the other 3,880 don't have any kids in them at all. But you're not allowed to comment on them anymore, in case there's someone out there that makes an inappropriate comment. So again, they don't really give a rat's about comments. What they're worried about is that a bunch of their big advertisers pulled their advertising and stopped advertising through YouTube because they were worried about this pedophile thing. And again, those advertisers have got no balls either. We should boycott those advertisers, because who are they? Who are those advertisers that say we don't like the comments that a couple of people are making, so we're going to, you know, assume that all the people who comment on YouTube are undesirable customers? Is that what that's about? Why would the advertisers, why would a company that advertises on YouTube get so upset about a couple of losers commenting in the comment section? It's a weird, slippery slope that we're on with this stuff. It's just weird. It's getting worse, isn't it? I mean, it's not just YouTube. Google, it's, you know, other places as well, got this same witch hunt, paranoia, ridiculous, insane, pointless. Let's just take let's take everybody out and shoot them in case there's a couple of pedophiles out there. You know, it's that sort of thing, isn't it? Let's punish everybody in case there's one person out there doing the wrong thing. So now we don't know what's going to happen now, and we've sort of looked in that page that said it said that comments have been disabled on millions of videos that feature children. Well, they've done our whole channel. They haven't just done videos with kids, and they've done our whole channel. And then it says about how they'll be pursuing further channels to shut them down and this sort of thing. Which means that when is anybody going to solve this problem so that you guys can start commenting again? You know, it's insane. It's insane. It's irrational. It's just, it's offensive. It's unprofessional. You know, to treat people that we've been posting videos every day for 10 years, and this is how we get treated. You know, it's just unprofessional. It's unreasonable. It's unfair. It's weird. It's weird, this witch hunt thing about what people say and what people think and what people, you know, how that is hurting anybody. You know, how that's hurting anybody. It's just weird, and it's a slippery slope, guys. Actually, interestingly, yesterday we were looking at the videos that we've posted that have had advertising disabled on them because they're considered to be inappropriate for most advertisers, right? Inappropriate, again, there's that word. And there's videos in there like ones where we discussed sexual harassment. And again, it was just this ugly head talking about sexual harassment in Japan. There was no actual sexual harassment in the video. We weren't doing sexual harassment. And there was no women or girls or anybody in the video. It's just this one ugly head driving this car. And it was manually reviewed, which means some turkey in YouTube actually looked at it and went, no, that's not appropriate. Right? Talking about sexual harassment, there was no vivid detail in it. It was just general discussion of sexual harassment in Japan. And there's a lot of our videos that have had their advertising disabled. They weren't considered to be that bad that they were deleted. They were just considered to be too inappropriate for most advertisers. So like most advertisers don't want their ads on a video about sexual harassment. Really? Who cares? Does that mean a television news station that does a story about sexual harassment, their advertisers are going to be unhappy? It's weird. They talk about freedom of speech, and there's no such thing. Well, in some countries there's not. You know, apparently in America there isn't, because these American companies are just paranoid about what people say. We're worried someone might say something inappropriate, so no one's allowed to say anything. That's weird. I've got to tell you, we really like our other channel that we're going to talk about, Daily Motion. Daily Motion is the video hosting site that we have our videos on, and it's owned by a European company, and they don't give a rat's. They think that it's okay for people to make comments, you know? They don't randomly punish us for something that someone else has done, you know? And again, we're going to keep putting our videos on YouTube only because we're going to keep making videos, we're going to keep putting them on YouTube only because of our patrons on Patreon. Only because of that. If it wasn't for that, we would never post another video or look at YouTube again, because, you know, the way that company treats people is just, it's unprofessional, it's irrational, it's nothing to talk. You can't do anything more to inhibit people's free speech than to stop them commenting. That's about the ultimate, you know, way to stop people's free speech, isn't it? And then this other manipulative way of, this is why, if you look at the videos on the front page of YouTube, you know, the big 1 million view videos, they're all really lame, not lame, but they're really inert. You know, they don't address anything important. They don't talk about anything, you know, relevant to anybody. It's all just fluff. It's all, you know, I filled my mother's swimming pool with plastic balls, and, you know, I dropped something high from a high building, and I you know, just that sort of fluff. And that's because that's the stuff that's okay on YouTube. You know, it's not going to be inappropriate. Filling your mother's pool with plastic balls is not inappropriate. Apparently that is appropriate behavior. you know, and this is what's happening, isn't it? So we're going to keep our Daily Motion channel happening in the background, but in the meantime, again, the only reason we're going to keep making videos is because of Patreon. So again, we've got to look at what we can do. Okay, so all this YouTube nonsense, we can't do anything about it. We sent them a message and saying, hey, look, you know, we check every comment. We're as careful as we can about what you know, inappropriate comments are on our channel, and we've never had a pedophile comment in 10 years. You're killing our channel. Please turn our comments back on. But we know what's going to happen. Sometime in the next 2 or 3 days, we're going to get a cut and paste response. Thank you for reaching out. We don't give a shit, right? Something like that. That's what it'll mean, basically, and they won't do anything to help us. So we can't do anything about that. So again, what can we do? Okay, well, we'll do everything we can, guys. We're going to keep trying. We noticed that in the advanced setting of each video, it still says enable comments. And we tried that on a couple of videos and it didn't work. But we also, the video we posted this morning actually had comments enabled on it. So we don't quite know, but we're going to keep trying to work around the system because we haven't broken any YouTube rules. The fear of someone making a comment, an inappropriate comment on our video, doesn't mean we've broken any rules. So even though you're being punished because you're not allowed to leave comments and we're being punished because it's killing our channel, we haven't actually broken any YouTube rules. So it's a bit hard to imagine how they could punish us further, but we don't trust them. We don't trust them because fairness or reasonableness or anything else has nothing to do with YouTube, does it? So we don't trust them. They could shut down our channel any day. We could get up in the morning and this channel has been shut down for inappropriate thinking or something. So we don't trust them. So for that reason, we encourage you to make sure that you're following us somewhere so that you know where we are. That we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Daily Motion. We don't post every video on there, but it's our backup. It's our backup for the day that YouTube just pushes us past breaking point. And then there's Patreon, and again, it's only because of the patrons supporting us on Patreon that we're still making videos. We would have stopped probably 2 years ago, to be honest. We probably would have stopped, but there's no way we would have got through the last few months and continued doing it with this nonsense. We would have sent YouTube a message and told them to F off, and we would have just stopped because we're just sick of them, you know. So it's only because of Patreon that we're still doing it, and only because of the patrons that we're still doing it on YouTube, because they've said that YouTube is the place they want to watch the videos. The majority of them. A couple have said they'd follow us anywhere else, and we really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. They've said, look, we don't care where you post your videos, we'll come watch them. So we really appreciate those people. But the majority have said they want us to keep posting on YouTube because it's most convenient for them. So for that reason, we're going to still keep putting out our videos on YouTube. So the only reason that's going to stop is if YouTube shut us down. And if they shut us down, some people have said, oh, if YouTube shut you down, you should start a second channel. You should start a second channel now. No, you know, we've spent 10 years building up 104,000 subscribers and 90 million video views. And, you know, we don't want to start again, not with YouTube. If we're going to put that effort in again for another 10 years, it wouldn't be into YouTube because they could do it to us again. We could do that again. For another 10 years, they could shut us down again because we said something that was inappropriate about rosebuds or umpanman or something that they took exception to. So no, we won't be doing that. So we encourage you to follow us on Twitter, follow us on or Facebook, and please, if you can, support us on Patreon because it's the patrons, as far as we're concerned. There's 184 of you now. And it's those 184 people. It's only because of you guys that we're still making videos. It's only because of you guys we're still on YouTube. So, you know, we'd encourage you. And if you're not supporting us on Patreon already, please do. And a couple of people have joined us on Patreon recently. Thank you to you guys as well. Thank you to the guys that have been there all the way along. We've got people who've been on there for a couple of years. Thank you so much for your generosity. A couple of other people recently have upped their monthly payment too. They've decided that we were worth more, so they've upped their monthly pledge, and we really appreciate that as well. We appreciate all of you guys, you know. It just makes all the difference. We love making videos. This YouTube stuff sucks. The YouTube company, the way they treat people and dealing with them just totally sucks. But actually finding the stuff, well, we don't find stuff, we just see stuff. There's something interesting and we make a video. So it's not hard to find the interesting stuff in Japan, and making videos about it and showing you guys. We love doing that. We absolutely love doing that, and we want to keep doing it, but all YouTube do is get in our way, and then all the Patreon people do is help us continue. So it's you guys, it's you 184 on Patreon that balance out for the YouTube nonsense. If it wasn't for you guys, we'd just tell them to F off and we'd spend our day doing something else. Actually, we'd spend more time at work. We'd have to spend more time at work, but that's just what it is, isn't it? Anyway, that was an update. Someone complained last time that we complained. Someone said, oh, you're complaining, you shouldn't complain. Interesting that they were complaining, that we were complaining. It's partly yes, partly complaining, but the main thing is to tell you what's going on, because what's happening is that people are sending us messages via Patreon and via Facebook saying, what happened? Why is your comments turned off? Why did you turn your comments off? We didn't turn them off. We just keep trying to turn them on. So, anyway, there it was. More videos coming soon.